Hello, fellow Jill. Actually, so as you guys are coming in, hello, everyone. Can you guys hear the music? Do we have like party vibes?
I
No?
hear, I hear you.
All right. I was trying to have some music going, but it's probably not working. Hey, Allison.
Hi, Joe. How are
Hello.
you?
As you guys are coming in, I'm just gonna be, as you'll see, I'm putting a number next to your name. It has to do with one of our games. I'm gonna get it out of the way now while we're waiting for some people. And that way I don't have to do them all at once because I'm not the most technologically advanced. As you can tell by the fact that I have no music going, and I thought I would have music going to get the vibe going in here, but that's okay. Um, we're going to give it a few minutes just for people to get in here. I know we had some people come in last minute, some people drop out last minute, some people like my mother who are probably upstairs freaking out about the fact that she can't get on right now and is technologically challenged. So we'll give it a few minutes. Oh, no, you know what? I'm the technologically challenged one. I had to admit them to the waiting room and I didn't. So here, we're doing great, guys. This is why it's improv. And this is what I love about improv is that we embrace our mistakes and we just lean into it and we learn from them and we keep going. Hey, Marcel. Hey, Gail.
Hi. Hi.
Hi, Jill.
Everyone. All right. As people are coming in, I'm just going to take this time to put a little number next to your name. You'll see what that's about in a little bit. We're going to give it a few more minutes just to see if other people get in here. Everyone is welcome to be as interactive or non-interactive as, oh, thank you, Jill, for the tip. I'm going to improv it and say, screw it, because I know myself, I'm going to waste too much time on it and I'd rather just get right into it. So I want this to be as interactive as you want it to be. I understand that this is something really new for most of you and that you've never done it before and that there might be some nerves. Maybe some of you don't want to come off camera, and that's totally okay. You can definitely get a lot out of watching other people. However, I definitely recommend to get the full experience coming on camera, hopping into the games, and really just letting go of control, letting go of fear of judgment, and just kind of having fun. So, everyone who is on camera now, I am slightly renaming you, as I've said, to give you a number. This has to do with one of the games that we're playing. So, if you want to play, come on camera. Mom, I'm mostly talking to you. Just call Jason if you're having technical difficulties.
Jace,
You're
help
also,
me.
I'm going to mute you. Okay, let's just go ahead and nip that in the bud. We love improv. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Good. One technical thing going well. I hope everyone had a wonderful Women's Day yesterday. I actually was celebrating my mom's birthday yesterday. We had a lovely dinner. It was really nice. So let's see. Hey, Cherie, I'm going to give you a number as well. And then I think I'm just going to hop into the introduction because that's just what I've decided. And I'm the leader, so I can do it. All right. Hi, everyone. I am Jill Pavlov, as most of you know, and I'm so thrilled that you're here. If you have talked to me recently, you've probably noticed that I haven't shut up about improv, and that's because last year I really discovered how much people need it. Not just actors, but how much people, whether they're business people, whether they're mothers, fathers, caretakers, whether you're unemployed and sitting at home on your butt, you need improv. And I am here to bring it to you. And I'm so excited for you guys to experience it. As you can see, this whole experience is in honor of my best friend, Megan Wester. And all the proceeds that you guys so generously donated will be going to the National Eating Disorder Association in her name. I will get to my dear friend Meg in just a moment. Actually, no, I'm going to improv it and say no. Let's get to it now. um, my friend Meg was the ultimate hype woman. I could always count on her to cheer me on, for there to never be any jealousy or competition or just any negativity. She was just the ultimate woman's woman, cheering you on, making sure you know exactly how fierce you are. And that's something that I think that all women need to hear and inherently know, is how wonderful you absolutely are on the inside. And I can confidently say that everyone inside this room right now has such amazing things inside of them. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. And so, in honor of Meg, and Meg was so full of like life. She just went for it. She didn't think twice. And as you guys will see tonight, improv is about not thinking twice. It's just going for it. It's about being fearless, being free of fear from judgment, and just doing what comes to your mind, because that is where magic happens in life, in business. When you let go and just do what your natural instincts tell you to do, it's like you're living how you were meant to live. So here's a little bit about me. That's like kind of boring stuff. I think most of you know me. But I was a theater major in college. And so this is very much me getting back to my roots. And it wasn't really until I took on being an entrepreneur that I realized how much improv kind of helped me set the groundwork for things that I knew nothing about. You know, even though I didn't know so much about business, I was always confident when I took to the stage or took to pitching or networking events or whatever it was that I was doing, because I knew how to think quickly on my feet. Like, for example, I haven't planned any of this intro. I don't know if you can tell. Hopefully you can't. But that's the beauty of improv, is that I am someone who's so trained in it that that quick thinking just comes to me. So whether I'm being featured on a podcast or going on TV or whatever it is, you can have that ability to just come up with something that is true to you, but also sounds amazing. So if you're looking to do any public speaking, congrats, you found the right place for you to build that damn confidence up. I'm going to stop my share right now for a second. No, I'm not. I couldn't figure out how to get out of there for a second. Anyway, I just want to make sure everyone is in the room. I just want to make sure that I have admitted everyone. Awesome. Okay, so here's a little bit more why improv matters. Like, why are we here? Why do I have you guys here tonight? Why do I think this is so important for everyone in this room to learn? It sharpens your quick thinking. It boosts your adaptability. It improves communication. Communication is so necessary in relationships, in business relationships. You need to know how to say what you're thinking, like clearly, and communicate it in a way that is received well. It builds confidence. The reason that I have blown up this workshop is because I did it for the first time June 21st, also Emma's birthday, shout out. We did it in person here in South Florida. And it was honestly just on a whim. My good friend Summer, who owns Rose and Hustle here in South Florida, asked me to do this event. She was like, "You're a theater person. Let's do some improv for entrepreneurs." And seeing the way that these women, and specifically women, because it was only women, grew their confidence, like within an hour and a half, they were showing up maybe how you're showing up right now, like a little nervous, kind of like, what did I get myself into? Like, is she even watching? Can I just like leave the room maybe right now and she won't notice? I will. I'm recording. But after an hour and a half, like seeing how excited they were about their potential, I knew I had to just bring it to as many people as I could. So I hope that you guys are excited about enhancing your teamwork and your creative thinking, social skills. You guys would never guess how much social anxiety I actually have. I actually didn't notice how much social anxiety I had until I quit drinking. But you know what helps me now other than alcohol? Improv. Because even if I'm sitting there with someone who I'm like, I have no idea how to talk to this person, we have nothing in common, I have nothing to say, that creativity that I get from improv, because it's like a muscle, you got to work it just like anything else. That creativity allows me to be able to make conversation with like a brick wall, and it promotes problem solving as well. But here's one reason why I think it matters most of all, and especially why it matters to women. And that's because women need to take up more space. Okay. We need to take up more space. I'm going to get back to my best friend, Meg. That's a woman who knew how to take up space. Okay. And when I say take up space, I don't mean physically. I mean, I don't mean physically, like, I don't mean like go out and gain like 500 pounds tomorrow. Although if that's what you want, like you do you, just, I guess, be healthy about it. I don't, but take up space with what's inside of you. When you walk into a room, own it like you mean it. It's a fake it till you make it kind of moment. You would also never guess that my confidence is probably not where you think it is, because I know how to take up space. I know how to fake it till I make it and then come home and go cry in a dark corner, when no one's watching. But no, we as women, we are told from a very, very young age to shrink ourselves. It's how I personally ended up with an eating disorder. It's how Meg may have ended up with an eating disorder. It's how all the women that Meg and I met in treatment ended up with eating disorders. Because from a young age, society tells women to shrink themselves, to be seen and not heard. We're barely taken seriously in the boardrooms these days. Women CEOs are still a thing that is so taboo, and we need to change that. This is Women's Month. This is such a crucial time for us as women to come together and say, this is our planet too. Okay. This is our space. It's time for us to take it up. And improv gives you that space to just go for it. This is the most judgment-free zone that you are ever going to see. And I invite you to take up space. This laptop or phone that you're staring into, this is the space that you need to take up right now. It's yours. Have at it. I said this at the top of the workshop, but I'll say it again. This is as interactive as you want it to be. I'm not going to force anyone. I'm not going to pull teeth if you're really like nervous and you just kind of want to sit back and stay off camera. Like, that's okay. But I challenge you to think about why you came here today. If you're nervous about volunteering, because I am doing most of this on a volunteer basis. Notice I said most of this. Take the chance to volunteer. You came here for a reason. Take up that space and make it happen. So here's some principles of improv, and then we're going to get into like the fun stuff. It'll be a little bit less lecture-y from now on, but I just kind of had to do my spiel. And what I want you to kind of take in seeing these principles of improv is how much they can apply to so many facets of life. I've talked about taking up space. Yes, and is going to be our first game. So I'll get into that in a little bit. But these principles, active listening, building relationships, committing fully, embracing failure, adaptability, clarity, and brevity. We're going to have a special game for that one that I'm excited about. Show, don't tell. And for the love of God, take risks. You took a risk just by coming here. So I want you to applaud yourself for that. I truly do, because there are a bunch of people who did RSVP and didn't come and, had some excuses, and that's totally fine. And I love you all still. But if there was like a little fear that crept in, I challenge you next time to take the risk, because that's what life is all about, is taking a risk. So with that, we're going to play our first game. I'm actually going to exit out of this and stop sharing my screen for a second. Let me just check, temperature check. All right, cool. So everyone, let me give Greta a number. And I think that's the only one I'm missing. Awesome. Okay, so this first game Some of you have played this with me before. This is a staple of every improv class that I have ever taken, which is yes and, or as I like to say, like yes and. That's going to be trademarked one day. So yes and is our one and only group theme of the night, and it's why you guys have numbers next to your names. The principle of yes and is to not shut ourselves down so quickly. So many times we have ideas and we're so quick to be like, nah, that's not a good idea. And you just like kind of forget about it and you just leave it on the table, whatever it is. But like, what happens if you actually took that idea that was maybe like half burnt and kind of baked it a little bit more and just kept saying yes to it and kept thinking of more and more options? That's when it grows into something absolutely magical. When you can say yes and instead of saying no, but you can really just tap into your creativity a lot more. This is something that you can do by yourself when you're brainstorming or as a group too. Don't be so quick to shut down your ideas before exploring them. Marcel, sorry, I just saw your question. Absolutely. Drink your wine, please. This is I encourage you to be as comfortable as you can get right now. This is a party. We're having fun. Absolutely. Great. Okay. So the way that we play yes and is we're going to go around. If we were in a room, we would be in a circle and you would just kind of go to the person to your right. Since we don't have that ability, I've given you guys all numbers. Everyone can see everyone's number. Everyone can see everyone's number. Okay, cool. So we're going to go in numerical order. And basically, you're just going to keep building a story with your statements. If I said, let's see, whatever the first thing comes to my mind is, let's have some ice cream sundaes. And then, Mom, you're playing, even though you can't get the camera on? We'll take that as yes. Sorry. All right. Let's say I said, we're going to have ice cream sundaes tonight. And then other Jill, since she's number one, would say, yes. And I'm going to put cherries on mine. And then we throw it to Rebecca, who's number two, and she says, yes. And I am going to put sprinkles and share it with a friend. And then we get to Judy, who's number three, and she would say, yes, and everyone's invited to the ice cream party or whatever it is. And you build on this story. A few things is that you definitely don't want to say no. Everyone should start with yes, and you don't want to say yes, but, because that changes it. You're objecting to what they're saying. You're still saying yes, but you're saying yes, but. So there's a big difference between that and yes, and. And you definitely want to make sure that it makes sense. If I say, we're having an ice cream party tonight, and then Jill says, yes, and Martians are going to invade tomorrow, doesn't really quite go. So you want to make sure that we're active listening, because that is one of the principles of yes and, is to be actively listening and building on what each other's saying. So I'll have everyone come off mute who's playing. And one has some music. Okay, awesome. All right. And with that, does everyone understand the game? Does anyone have any questions about it? Okay, great. Actually, before we do this, I'd love to just go around the room. We'll do it in a numerical order and just say your name and just like a sentence or two about why you decided to join tonight. And then we'll get into yes and. So go ahead, Jill.
Oh, hi, I'm Jill, and I came to this tonight because I wanted to see how you do an improv class online.
You will see. It's interesting. Actually, I've taken an improv class with Second City, and they do some of theirs online for people who aren't able to make it to the Chicago area. So I've been able to see how they do it and kind of adapt my workshop. But I'm excited that you're here and checking it out. Rebecca?
I actually go by Becca, and
Becca, yes.
I'm a public speaker, and I told my accountability group this week that one of my goals was to sign up for an improv class, and one of the other women in the group said, I don't know if she knows you or what, but she said, "Hey, Jill does these. You should sign up." So I did.
Awesome. Is that Entreprenista? Or
No.
okay. Well, I'm curious. I'll have to chat after. Awesome to have you here, Judy.
I'm Judy. I am Jill's aunt, and I wanted to do it because I'm just so proud of her and I love everything that she does. And this just seemed very interesting, and I was curious to see how it would all play out.
Awesome. Thank you for being here, favorite aunt. Don't tell the others.
And that's another reason.
She wanted the title
My
of favorite aunt. All right, Allison.
Hi, I'm Allison. You can also come to Second City in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, not just Chicago now, which is where I live. So, Jill and I know each other through copywriting. She is an amazing copywriter. I'm here not only to support her, but to brush up on some skills that I think are relatively turnkey and practical and something that I've been wanting to do. So, thanks for hosting tonight. It's good to be here.
Thank you so much for coming, Allison.
Of course.
So appreciate you. Allison has been instrumental in my copywriting business. So I just
And likewise, Jill has been a driving force not only for my personal business. I'm a marketing consultant, along with so many of my clients near and far, and people in my network. So grateful and happy to be here. Grateful to know someone who can do improv and write at the same time.
Thank you. It's definitely a testament to how important networking is, because Allison and I met through like a random friend. And since then, we've just been able to like refer each other so much for like different things. And if you are someone who's here who's a business owner tonight, you know that it's such a long game. It's not a short game. So you never know what a connection might bring. And Allison is someone who like I can't even begin to tell you how much she has brought to my business and my life. So
thanks, Jill.
it's very important to be able to network like a boss, and I hope that some of this improv will help you guys with that. So
I feel like I need that on a sweatshirt or something, like get a Cricut machine that says "Network like a boss." I'm on it.
I don't think I've copyrighted. I think someone else may have copyrighted it. So otherwise I'd be asking for money. But
yeah, I'm sure, exactly.
All right,
Thanks.
Emma.
Hi, I'm Emma. Jill is one of my oldest and dearest friends since college. We were roommates and besties, and it's a long time, but we still are. And I also have a theater and acting background. I'm a teacher now, and I'm a specialist in a preschool, and I use my acting skills daily for sure. Not to mention with my own kids. And I'm here because I love Jill, and I'm so impressed by this, and I'm really excited to play.
I don't even want to say how old we are and how far we go back, but Emma and I were supposed to be the next Tina Fey and Amy Poehler, I believe. Something in the cosmos happened, but in another lifetime, we absolutely were. We had a lot of shtick going, so I'm so happy you're here and get to see this. Marcel.
Hi, everybody. So I took my very first ever improv class with Jill a little over a month ago, and I loved it. And then when tonight was happening, I had the fear of missing out, and I was like, no, I want to do this again. So, and I work in like a male-dominated industry, so I struggle with being quick on my feet. I just know that I have to be like, I can always learn more about like being quick with like answers and stuff versus not knowing. So I had a lot of fun the last time, so I'm excited for today.
Yes, I'm so thrilled for you to be here. You're about to have a major year, so definitely brushing up on your public speaking skills is going to be clutch for you. So thank you so much for joining again. Gail.
Hi, I'm Gail, and I have, since the day I saw her in the airport, been very attracted to the way that Jill presents and the way that she can just walk into a room and kind of own it. I came tonight because I tend to be rigid, and I seem like as I'm getting older, I'm getting more like that. Like, no, when you really the yes and I've been in events for so long, and we always plan for the worst. that once a client says something to me, I was like, that's a great idea, but like that's my automatic response. And even now working with Barry, I'm like, everything is a yes, but. So I want to eliminate some of my personal rigidity. Ooh, that sounds terrible. And B, I was involved in improv like on a 4-H level when I used to be a camp counselor, and I had so much fun with it. And then we grow up and I forgot about it until I saw Jill post this. So I'm excited to be here and kind of dabble my toe back into it and see where I can go with it.
Awesome. I'm so thrilled to have you here. And I really love that you've kind of already identified a situation in life where this can help you. So that like warms my little theater kid heart. Thank you. All right, Carla.
Hi, I'm Carla, and I want to learn how to think quickly on my feet also. And I've been wanting to check out an improv class, but have been too scared to do it in person. So my friend Jill Davenport, who's on the call, she said she was going to this virtual improv, and I was like, oh my God, okay, I want to go check it out.
Oh, I was so thrilled to have you here. And yeah, this is definitely a good beginner space. So, and if you want some recommendations for virtual classes after that aren't mine, that are other than Second City, there's some as well. So,
Okay, cool. Thank you.
and Diana.
Hi, I'm Diana. I am a 9 to 5 employee, but I'm also an entrepreneur. I run a small business called Wild Mane, which is tinsel hair accessories. So my hair's sparkling. That's part of what I do. So I'm here because I'm quirky and awkward, and I want to channel that in a way that's not uncomfortable when I speak to clients or try and drum up partnerships or wholesale deals. Even taking myself off mute to introduce myself, I feel like I'm going to throw up and poop at the same time. So figured I'd throw that out there. Maybe somebody else feels the same way. But yeah, that's a preview, I guess, of what's to come tonight.
Oh, you're going to love it. I'm so thrilled you're here, fellow Eagles fan. Diana has such an awesome business. She makes hair tinsel. And like, it is just so, and I that like doesn't even cover like what you do, but just to like quickly say it, it's just these beautiful clips that really help everyone to shine. So I definitely, you can see the business name right in her, I don't know, boilerplate, whatever you call it. Definitely go check it out. I should have worn my clips tonight, but you know, let's just pretend I did. Improv.
It's all good. It's all good. Thank you.
All right, Cherie.
Hi, everyone. I'm Cherie. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
And I'm here because I've always wanted to see Jill in action. I've seen her on stage, but I've always wanted to check out one of her improv classes. And I am an author, and also I co-own a pop-up indie bookstore here in South Florida.
Cherie is one of my very best friends down here, and you guys will see her on the best-selling shelves like one day, absolutely, for sure. And Greta.
So I came to your other improv class and it was so much fun. I had to come again, and you'll see my children pop in constantly, but it's nice to have something that's like totally for me. So that's like, I'm almost like, I hope Jill keeps doing these because it's just like a fun way to like have a moment for myself.
That's such an important thing that I didn't cover either. And it's so true because I myself still take improv classes every Monday night. And it's just knowing that I have that as like a brain release every Monday night. And even though it like helps me with like other areas in life, just to have that fun and that joy and to like take that break. And I will be doing more of these. I will definitely keep you posted. And Mom, you want to introduce yourself?
Can you see me? Can you hear me?
We can hear you. We can't see your beautiful face.
I have no idea how to do that, but I'm here because I try to always say yes and to my daughter.
Can we go shopping tomorrow?
And anything she wants to do and try, I'm 110% behind her. So I've seen her in action. She's amazing. And sorry you can't see me, or maybe I'm not sorry you can't see me. But I'm here. I'm here, Jilly.
We believe you. Do you want to do something expensive tomorrow?
Yes, and
Score. Awesome. All right, we can go now, guys. I got what I came for. Thank you so much for coming. All right, let's jump into yes and. So everyone, and thank you for muting yourselves out of respect to everyone else. Let's get ourselves off mute again. And we're going to hop into yes and. So Jill, I'm going to leave it to you to kick off with our first statement of the night. It can be whatever is the first thing that comes to your mind.
I planted a tree yesterday.
Yes, and an entire family of chipmunks has already moved in.
Yes, and I planted flowers all around it to complement what you've already done.
Yes, and my children love both flowers and chipmunks.
Yes, and it's super fun to put a swing there too, aside from the bees.
Yes, and it was a beautiful sunny day today for the flower and the trees and for the kids to play outside.
Yes, and I can't wait to see the colors that the leaves turn in the fall.
Yes, and I want to bring my dog. He loves trees.
Yes, and where we should plan a picnic underneath the shade of the tree.
Sorry, I was on mute. Yes, and I will definitely home cook some cookies for everybody at this picnic.
Yes, and I will make sure there are gluten-free options for my friends who can't eat gluten.
Joan?
Oh, that's me?
Yes, and.
Yes, and I'm really afraid of bees, so I might be the first one to leave.
All right, let's give a round of applause. You guys got through your first round of yes and. How did that feel? Oh,
good.
I was nervous I wasn't going to come up with anything that quick.
Same.
Me too.
Yeah.
Come up with whatever. That's the thing about improv is that whatever comes to your mind is not wrong because it came to your mind for a reason, right? So you want to just go with whatever your first thought is, no matter how stupid it is. You have no idea what it will generate. There's a reason that your brain had that thought. So we're going to try it one more time. How would you guys feel about going in reverse order? Jill's like, yes, please.
It immediately
Joan, how do you feel about kicking it off?
Sure.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, wait. I had a really great day today at the Renaissance Fair.
Yes, and I absolutely love being able to dress up in Renaissance attire.
Yes, and I ate a ton of food at the Renaissance Fair yesterday.
Yes, and I got some funnel cake next to the jousting.
Yes, and I love the outfit that I'm wearing. I'm gonna wear it again later this week.
Yes, and where else would I get a turkey leg to eat?
Yes, and turkey legs are my favorite. In fact, that's the only reason why I go to the Renaissance Fair.
Yes, and only a few people laughed when I took out my own bib from home and started just shred into that leg. It was pretty cool.
Yes, and weren't there tomatoes back in the day at the Renaissance Fair? And does anyone remember those waxed hands we all used to do back in the day?
Judy?
Yes, and I wish I was in Florida at the Renaissance Fair in 80-degree weather.
Yes, and because of all that, next year I have to make sure that my dress is cool enough for the weather and has some pockets for the turkey legs.
Yes, and I just got home and realized I have food all over my dress.
Awesome. What a day at the Renaissance Fair. Love it. Love it. Okay. So that was yes and. that's something that if you guys work in a team, if you have a 9 to 5 or whatever, this is something that you can bring like easily just to like warm up your day as a team, as a family, just something fun to like go around the room, break the ice. And it also really helps with your active listening and just those quick thinking skills. So the next game is called Halftime. And I'm actually going to be doing something a little new with it tonight. Greta and Marcel, I know that you guys may have seen this before. And usually I do this as a partner game, but I'm going to try it tonight. You guys I want a full disclosure, let you know you're still a little bit my guinea pigs. This is still a very new venture for me. And I have a survey for you guys that I would love for you to take afterwards. That I'll get to that. But as I am improving this whole thing starting from last year, this whole kind of new business venture, essentially, I'm trying to make this as effective as possible for the people who are partaking in it. So I'm continually building this workshop and trying to make it better. And I would love your opinions on it. And like that being said, if some of the stuff isn't perfect tonight, that's just the spirit of improv. But we're all still going to learn a lot. I don't say that to be like, this is going to suck, because hopefully you're already seeing that there's a lot of power here. So this one is called Halftime. And I have to run the timer. Okay, there we go. All right, so this is called Halftime. And how we're going to play this is, well, actually, let me tell you the point of it first. The point of Halftime is our attention spans as a people are getting shorter and shorter. So whether you are pitching a business idea at a networking event, heck, even just having dinner with friends and you don't want to be the boring one in the conversation, the game Halftime really allows you to kind of pare down what you're talking about to like the utmost important details, because people have such a short attention span that one of the things about being a great communicator in life and on the stage and in business is knowing how to be really concise with what you're saying so that only the most important points are getting across, because our brains are lazy and they don't have time to like filter out all the fluff. So if we're getting bored, we're just going to tune out. But if you are able to really concisely say what you do, it's so much better like for the other person to understand what it is you're trying to say. So we're going to do this in the vein of what you do in life. So whether you're an entrepreneur or you're someone who has a 9 to 5 or you're someone, whatever you do, I'm going to ask for a volunteer. We used to play this in partners and we did it as a scene game, and I would have them do random scenes, but we're going to do this as an individual game. So the point of Halftime is that you're going to have 30 seconds to say whatever it is that you do. Pretend that you met me at a networking event and I say like, hi, I'm Jill. What do you do? Pretend, and I'll give you 30 seconds to tell me what you do. And after 30 seconds, you're cut off. Then I'm going to give you 15 seconds to do your same spiel. So you have to tell me what you do in 15 seconds versus 30 seconds. And then we're going to do it in 7 seconds if you're really feeling spicy, and see if you can consolidate it down to 7 seconds. So like I said, the way we used to play this is I would give 2 people a scene and I would have them do the scene and then do the scene at 1 minute, 30 seconds, 15 seconds. But I think that this will be more helpful as an individual exercise for you guys to clarify how you speak to people in everyday scenarios versus just some kind of made up play pretend scenes that we're doing. So that being said, do I have any volunteers to go first? Yes, Cherie. Awesome. Okay. Unmute yourself. I'm going to get out my timer. Oh, I'm playing music instead. Okay. Are you ready?
No.
I love that energy. Just go for it, girl. Okay. Hey, hi. It's so nice to meet you, Cherie. What do you do?
Hi. So I am an author. I write children's books primarily for ages 10 and up. I also co-own a small pop-up independent bookstore with my best friend. And we do pop-ups all over South Florida, from Miami Book Fair to local farmers markets to business expos. And we just try to really encourage literacy throughout Broward County and get people talking about books and reading and ban books and have fun, great literary events around town.
Ooh, that was exactly 30 seconds.
Oh, there we go.
All right. So now we're going to cut it down to 15
Okay.
seconds. And I think you can do it. Are you ready?
So. Yeah.
Sheree, what do you do?
I co-own an independent pop-up bookstore with my best friend, and we sell baked goods, mostly children's books. We really advocate for literacy, diversity in reading, and want to encourage reading and have fun, great activities all over. So close.
So close.
So close.
Do you want to try for 7 seconds?
Yeah.
All right. I'm even going to count it down on my fingers. Ready?
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
No, do it. Let's go.
All right, ready? Go.
I co-own a pop-up indie bookstore that hosts pop-ups and markets all over Broward County.
Yeah, nailed it. And like, in terms of business, Sheree might have people that really want to hear every single detail about what she does. And there's absolutely like a time and a place for that. If she's doing like a lecture or like writing a blog or like on a long section about her website. But like if you're meeting people for the first time, sometimes that 7-second bit is really what you want to grab onto and like see what they grab onto from that like 7-second bit, see what piques their interest. And then that's what you can like lead the conversation into versus something that you might think that they think is interesting. And they're just sitting there like, oh my God, how the hell do I get out of this conversation? All right. Who's up next? We'll do a couple more of these.
I'll go.
Yes, Marcel. All right.
Okay.
Does this timer remind you of being on the blocks?
Yes. That's
right.
exactly what I would use on my phone.
Ready? Go.
Hi, I'm a financial advisor. I help people strategize their dollars in 3 different areas of their life. The first area would be risk management, which is making sure they have enough life insurance to protect themselves, their loved ones, their business, and also long-term care planning, making sure that they have an emergency fund for things that come up. If not, and then if they are investing, making sure they're not taking up too much risk for what their return is. And then I help them with saving and investing for goals through wealth accumulation.
Hi. All right. Great job.
Thank you.
Are you ready for 15?
That's hard.
It is. It's hard. It's hard, but it's worth it.
Made it look easy.
I bet you can do it. I will believe in you. Are you ready for your 15 seconds? Yeah, take another sip.
So I have to cut it in half.
Take another sip. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah.
It's on brand.
Okay.
All right, ready? Go.
Hi, I'm a financial advisor. I help people strategize their dollars so that their money can grow for them and make sure that if shit hits the fan, nothing bad will happen to their money through insurance planning, wealth accumulation, and then legacy planning for long-term stuff.
Yes. And like, do you guys see, like, it's still got the same thing across, just in half the time. It's magical. That's all I can say.
Yep.
Do you want to try 7 seconds, Miss Marcel?
Yes, I will try.
I know you got it. All right, I'm going to count you down just like I did Sheree. Ready? Go.
I'm a financial advisor. I help people make sure they have the right insurances, investments, and legacy leaving for their families in a tax-free way.
Yeah. Nailed it. Awesome. Awesome job. All right, we're going to have one more of those, and then we're going to move on to the next game. Yes, Becca.
Okay, I'll try.
All right. Yeah, that's all we can do is just try, just taking risks and trying. That's just, I would say like just in business, but that's in life. It's in life too. So, all right. Becca, nice to meet you. What do you do?
Hi, I am a speaker and I speak as a keynote speaker to help audiences find the courage to be likable by speaking about the benefits of positive leadership mindsets. after people hear me speak, they'll have the courage to be likable because my speech will illustrate and teach them how positive leadership drives high-performing teams.
Awesome. 6 seconds to spare. No problem with that. That was awesome. All right. So now you really only need to get it down like 10 seconds. I think you can do it.
Okay, I think so too. I guess I
Yeah.
could have made that last a little bit longer.
No, that's good. It's great. It's better to be more concise because, like I said, then you see what part of what you're saying people grab onto and like what they're interested in, and that's how the conversation is directed versus just throwing a bunch of information at someone and hoping that they're listening to each and every piece of what you're saying. And like, spoiler alert, they're not. So
okay.
Awesome. Ready for 15 seconds?
Yes.
Becca, what do you do?
I'm a public speaker. I help leaders find the courage to be likable by teaching them about the benefits of positive leadership mindsets. And I help them to embrace positivity to be more likable.
Awesome. Great job. Let's see if we can get it down to 7 seconds. Are you ready? And go.
I'm a speaker. I help audiences learn the benefits of learning to be likable so they can have better teams. That was rough.
It's a process. And like, look, no one's sitting there timing you like 7 seconds, even though our attention spans are 3 seconds long. And like, think about that too when you're making content. For any of you who are content creators online, I don't know if you ever noticed, even if you're watching a YouTube video, the first 3 seconds before that you're able to hit that skip button, you're always going to hear an amazing hook that grabs you in those first 3 seconds because they know that they only have 3 seconds to grab you before you are able to hit that skip button. So think about that when you're talking to people. What is going to make them not hit that skip button? And like, keep practicing this at home. And again, this is a very literal way to look at it with actually timing ourselves. No one's actually timing you, but definitely just think about how you can kind of pare things down. So we're going to move on to the next game, which is called New Choice. And this one is a partner game. So we are going to do this as scenes. And for those of you who are curious about how improv works in scenes, this is definitely a little bit interesting. It's definitely more of a challenge to do scene work when you're not right with other people, but that's where the active listening skills and the quick thinking skills really, really come into play. So New Choice is a fun little game where I'm just going to give you guys, and you may have seen this if you've ever watched Whose Line Is It Anyway? But I'll give 2 people, preferably 2 people who have not gone yet, a scenario. And whenever I say new choice, you have to change up what you just said. So if the person said, for lunch, we're going to have peanut butter and jelly. I don't know why I always go to food. Like when I was like ice cream before, I think I'm hungry. All right, for lunch, we're going to have peanut butter and jelly. And I say new choice. You would say, for lunch, we're going to have pizza. And if you hear me say new choice, you would say, for lunch, we're going to have hopes and dreams or whatever it is. So the point is, the more that I'm doing this to you, the more it's helping you to get out of your own way and get out of your own head, because the pressure to kind of like think of something right on the spot forces you to say what's at top of mind versus kind of suppressing like, oh, no, maybe that isn't good. Maybe that won't be funny. Maybe that won't be taken seriously or whatever it is. And we don't want that. We want ideas to bloom and blossom and grow into beautiful things. So is that, so Marcel, you actually saw me do, and it's very similar to that. This is a 1-person game is called It's Tuesday. There's a video of me on Instagram from my last improv show where my director, every time he called It's Tuesday, I had to change characters and completely change the scenes. This is very similar to that. That was for me in like a level 3 class. This is we're starting at level like 0. So I definitely would not just thrust you guys into one of those high pressure situations. No one would ever come back. I would feel terrible.
It was so good though. I was
Thank you. I was like, don't panic.
He's
We're
on
not
point.
doing that. Thank you. I mean, I'll always take the applause. Thanks. So with that being said, does everyone understand New Choice? Anyone have any questions? And this is not timed. This one, I'm just going to mentally cut it off when it's done. Can I get a couple of volunteers to just come off the mic? Greta and Emma. Awesome. And we need a prompt for them. So let's see. Where are Emma and Greta hanging out? Someone shout out anything. First thing that comes to mind.
The bar.
The
Carnival.
Circus.
bar. All right. They're hanging out at the bar. And what is their relationship?
They teach at the same school.
Oh, how about I like same school. Besties from school reuniting after 10 years at the bar. And we'll just give you that. And you guys can start whenever you're ready, and I will do choice you.
Oh my God, Emma! I'm so excited. I can't believe it's been like 4 years since I've seen you last and 10 years since we were in college.
I know. We're so old. This is so exciting, though. You're the best. Oh my God, you look the same.
Botox.
New choice.
Brownies.
New choice.
Sugar daddy.
Girl, tell me everything. Okay, I need to get on this train.
Well, I don't know if you've heard about this new app, but you can find a sugar daddy who pays for all your plastic surgery, and the only thing that you have to do is show before and after photos.
New choice.
And the only thing that you have to do is send him the gauze from your procedures.
Okay, that's normal. That's normal. I could do that.
Totally normal.
Yeah, okay. So just like collect gauze, like make a stack, dirty gauze. Okay, and then like do you put it in an envelope? Like how does he get it?
Yeah.
So do you like throw it throw it out your car window? Like how does he get it?
New choice.
So like do you take it there in person? Right?
No. You never have to see them or talk to them ever.
Okay.
And actually, because it's like a medical type procedure, the office is who mails it off to them. I don't even know how they figured that out.
All right. Pretty clinical. Kind of weird, but clinical.
How have you been? What have you been up to?
Things are good. I have 15 kids. So I mean,
New choice.
Things are good. You know, I got 14 Bernese mountain dogs. So it's like hair everywhere.
Oh my gosh, what vacuum do you use? Because I've been looking to get a new one and I feel like you have to know the best one.
Great question. So I would say a Shark for the carpet. And probably like I like the Dyson for the hardwood, but I mean there is so much hair. I'm actually swimming in Burmese mountain dog fur in here. So I don't know if it's working.
Is that what your jacket's made out of?
Yeah, I'm really sorry. I know I look like Cruella de Vil, but yeah, no, this is actually like loose. It's not even part of my coat.
New choice.
Yeah, no, this is actually these are porcupine quills. A different story. Totally.
Oh my God, I need to hear that one.
Yeah, so on the way here, I took a scenic route. I was in the woods, and I was on foot. I made choices today, but I was so excited to see you. But yeah, no, I ran into like a couple creatures of the night on my way over. So yeah, but I'm okay.
New choice.
So I should probably go to the hospital actually, because some of these did get all the way through to my skin.
We should definitely check on the app to see if there's anybody who would help with that. Like, I feel like with the story behind that, we may be able to get you some surgeries or whatnot for free.
I love how you're thinking. Okay, this is lucrative. Okay, yeah, let's get on the app.
I mean, you know,
that was awesome. We're gonna get her some sugar daddy surgery, her porcupine bites. I love it. Do you see what brilliance? No, you guys did a great job, and it's really fun to see it in action, how when you're faced with that choice you have to all of a sudden switch gears, but that's the way to remove that block from your brain, is to just keep flexing that creativity muscle. So that was new choice. In the interest of time, I want to make sure that I get to everything. We're going to play one last game. It's called World's Worst. This is another volunteer-based game, and it's basically just come off the microphone because everyone's kind of going to do a one-liner. This is another one that you might have seen on Whose Line Is It Anyway? And it really just helps with creativity, but it also just helps when you can really describe something and really like intimately know like details about certain things. It just kind of helps with how, if you're in business, how you market to people, or in life with like how you talk to people. When you know how to like read a room and read things about people, you'll kind of see these categories will help us. I'm stumbling over my words a little bit, but what I'm trying to say is that when you can kind of categorize, it helps with who you're marketing to if you're someone who's in business, and it helps with reading a room and like who you're talking to. So anyway, the way to play World's Worst is that I have a bunch of different categories such as pilot or dentist, and you guys are just going to give one line of what the world's worst pilot or dentist or whatever it is that I say. So for example, if I do say dentist, what's something that the world's worst dentist might say? Like,
you didn't need that tooth anyways.
Exactly. Yes, queen. Yes, exactly the spirit. So you have to know basically what a good dentist is to know what a bad dentist is. So it just helps with identification of things in life. So we're just going to come off the mic as you please, just like Greta did, just shout it out. That's how I want this style to be. And we're going to start with the world's worst bartender.
I don't think you'll die if you drink that.
Whoopsie-daisy, there's another cockroach.
The roofie's free.
It's my first day, so actually, if you could help me, that would be great.
People pass out all the time.
How about the world's worst therapist?
Why is that a problem?
I like how dryly you said it too.
I think maybe if you just sucked it up, that might help.
Have you tried taking some deep breaths?
Your mom doesn't sound so bad.
It really isn't that serious.
Get over it already.
You thought you had a bad day. Wait till you hear about mine.
I'm gonna take the couch. Thanks.
You're too much for me. I think you should go to a different therapist.
How about the world's worst babysitter?
I can't find him.
A little booze on the gums gets them to sleep every time.
Wait, you left me with two?
First,
I mean, he didn't say he
gum.
needed his diaper changed.
Let's have two of you were kind of talking at the same time. Let's have, who was it? I want to hear them. I want to make sure we hear them both. Emma, can you say yours again?
I said I'm gonna put a little bit of that booze on my gums too.
I said, I mean, he didn't say he needed his diaper changed.
How about the world's worst Uber driver?
Did you
A
bring
little
a
bit of
phone?
booze on my gums will be okay.
You know how we get there?
Got my license yesterday.
Yeah, good job, Mama.
Which way to Manhattan?
Do you mind taking over the wheel for a minute?
We're just gonna stop and pick up my friend.
I have some errands to do first, if you don't mind.
Can I dump my bottle of urine out while you're in the car?
Somehow I
Is
feel like
that a
in
New
New
York
that's
thing?
probably I was gonna say somehow I feel like in New York that's probably actually happened to you.
It's really gross. Yeah, totally.
Sometimes improv you draw on real life inspiration. That's another lesson we gotta learn.
I lost my glasses.
You want
Just
some of
ignore
these
the
mushrooms?
screaming in the trunk.
How about the world's worst lawyer? All right, we'll move on from that one.
I was
How
gonna say,
about
did you do it?
Just
how about the world's worst chiropractor?
I think this is how this goes.
I've only dislocated a few arms.
I don't know what they told you when you called, but this is definitely my first day.
If you can't move your head, that's your fault.
Yeah, I paralyzed somebody last week. So hopefully it goes better today.
Jeez. All right, you guys did such a wonderful, wonderful job. That essentially was the improv workshop. Let me have one more screen to share. So, what's next? Yes, and what's next? So like I said at the beginning, this is still a pretty new venture for me. And I really appreciate you guys like taking a risk with me tonight. It really means a lot to me. As I am developing this for other people, I'm going to drop the survey link in the chat. I think I have to exit out of Canva to do that. I'll take a second. So I really would appreciate if you took a few minutes to take the survey. It doesn't take longer than a game of yes and please tell your people. I am trying to spread the word about this because, to be honest, I'm still in the phase of figuring out exactly who this is for and who I want to bring this to. So one of the questions on the survey, full disclosure, is just like, do you know a group of people that would benefit from this, whether it's like women's networking groups or conferences or like a business? I really just would love to take this to the people who can benefit from it the most. So please help me spread the word. And lastly, take up space. Take everything that you have taken tonight and take up space in the world. Take that confidence. I saw you guys building it. I saw it coming out. I saw the joy. I know that there is magic that is like waiting to be released inside of you, and you let a little bit of it come out tonight. So keep taking up space, whether that means finding an improv class. I will be offering more workshops. Again, in the survey, I have a question about a 4-part series that I'm thinking of developing, but I want to make sure that we have the interest first. So that is something that will hopefully be forthcoming. And nope, that is it. That was the end of the presentation. I would also love to take a quick photo of everyone. Emma, are you still there?
Yeah, sorry, I'm here.
Oh, yeah. No, you're good. I want to take a quick photo of everyone real quick. So if we could all smile. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. And then here is the link to the survey. And don't worry, I'll only email you one time with this, and then you will not hear from me again. Oh, wait, that's the waiting room participants. Anyway. All right. Well, that was your improv class. Thank you guys again so much. Happy Women's Month. Keep celebrating you. I saw the awesomeness in each and every single one of you tonight, and I want you to just spread that to as many people as possible. All of you are doing such cool things, and I'm thrilled to have had you here. Thank you so much. I love you all again. And I just wanted to shout out my friend Megan's stepmom is here. I know she didn't come on camera, but I just wanted to say Heather really means a lot. We've raised $232 for National Eating Disorder I'm going to round it up to 250 that we'll be donating in Megan's name. I love her so much. I know she was here. She was watching. She's my butterfly tattoo. She's always on my shoulder. Be a hype woman, just like Meg, and hype your own damn self up because you deserve it. I love you guys. Have a wonderful night. Happy Women's Month. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, Jill.
Jill,
Thanks,
that was
Jill.
awesome.
This
Thank
was
you so
fantastic.
much.
Thank you.